Okay, y'all. So at the end of each episode, we're going to talk about something that's going on in the world or in culture. Whether old or new, we're going to talk about it anyway. Okay, so today we're going to talk about how Gen Z isn't really rocking with college as much as the other generation. So Gen Z is like rejecting college, and well, they're not rejecting college. Let me say that. Gen Z isn't rejecting college. They're rejecting bad returns that they've seen from college, not really getting jobs, loans, debt. So they're shifting to trades, not to be rebellious, but they're just having a different strategy in life. And I think that's okay, in my personal opinion. So what do I mean by that? Let's talk about what I mean by that. So they're not just opting out of a 4-year university or they don't want to get their degrees. They're opting into something more direct, a little less risky, and more profitable, like skilled trades, specialized skills. So what does that look like? You got 20-something-year-olds that are skipping the lecture hall to wire houses, go to welding school, repair HVAC systems, get certifications, run their own landscaping companies. You know, just a lot of different things. Even people with degrees are leaving the office to pick up the tool. They're leaving the tools. They're leaving the office grind to pick up different tools. Let me give an example for myself. I used to work in a corporate office in a different field, but I shifted to getting certifications. Now, what I realized is a lot of jobs and a lot of opportunities out there are available for people that have specialized skills. I know a few individuals, a couple individuals that are in the medical field, and then when they go through school, they'll go through college and regular academic plans and things of that sort, but at the end of it, they may take like a exam, or they may take something to get certified in something. So even though they have to go through college to become a nurse or whatever the case may be, they still have to get some type of certification or some type of specialized skill, right? So let's give some examples. There was a TikToker who went viral about being an electrician. They were making close to 6 figures with no degree. And a lot of people regret going to school, getting a lot of debt, right? And it's a return on your investment depending on what you went to school for. But let me just say this. No matter what you do, whether you go to college, whether you start a business, whether you go find a skill, you want to make sure that it's specialized to the best of your ability. Just because a specialized skill will bring back dividends to your life. Ideally, you want to do something that you're passionate about. You don't want to just chase something just for the money. But I understand with life, following your passion. Say you want to be an artist and you want to be a photographer. And I'm just giving those examples because the older generation tends to say, hey, go do the math and sciences versus being a photographer or whatever. You can still be profitable as long as your heart is in it. You're aligned with your purpose in it. And you also are treating it like a job, and you have a specialized skill. You may be really good at street photography or portraits or whatever the case may be. And you could do whatever. Like I said earlier, you can start a landscaping business. You could do whatever. So when you go to college, understand that you're not wasting your time if you understand the purpose that you're going for. And also, one of the benefits that I see from going to college outside of just going straight into the workforce is the experience that college brings you. There is a little bit of more of a space to find yourself because you are in the real world, but you're not just directly straight into the real world. There's a lot of different experiences that help you. There's a lot of people that you may meet, a lot of connections. I've met some really lifelong friends from college, and also the military too. So say if you want to go to college, you may not have a way to pay for it, or you may want some assistance with it. Look at the military. They got the reserves, they got the National Guard. You just don't have to go into the military and think you're going to be in Call of Duty. You could go 4 years full time too and get benefits too. But understand, like, when you enter the military, there are different jobs that you will have in the military. I was in the military for 6 years and I did computer stuff. People are in the military and they do human resource stuff, and people do sign up to go into the field. And respect to all active service men and women, respect to all the veterans. But some people want to go and get in the field and get active and go to infantry, but you don't have to do that. You can use the military as a way to gain skills, as far as skills in the workforce, and you can use the military to help pay for school. So that's another thing too. So there's trades. There's, if you want to get out and work a job, save up some money, do something. There's online school. There's getting scholarships. There's financial aid. There's going to a 4-year school. You can go to a community college for 2 years and then transfer. It's a lot of different ways too. So people that want to go to college, there's a lot of different avenues to go there. Have a degree that's worth something and something that you want to do. And there's a way to pay for it and have assistance for it too. There's a lot of different avenues. So just keep that in mind. So, just notice that the smartest people in the room aren't always the most prestigious, but they know how to leverage. They know how to use their opportunities and their tools and their resources to leverage what they want in life. So if success didn't require a degree, would you still pay for one? Ask yourself that question. But there's nothing wrong with going to college. You're not making a bad decision because you go to college. You're not making a bad decision because you're not going to college. It's just about how you're doing things with what you have in front of you and the decisions that you decide to make. So just do the best you can. If you're in Gen Z, or you're in I don't know the other generation younger than Gen Z, if you're seeing this in the future, or if you older than me, millennial, I don't know the other generations. Y'all know the old people. Let me not say old people, y'all. The older people. Some people think I'm old. My nephew think I'm old. But anyway, no matter what you're doing, there is a way to leverage the resources you have in front of you, especially nowadays, to do something that supports you financially, and also do something that fulfills you if you're willing to put in the work, y'all. So you could do it, and there'll be new resources that will evolve in the future and that we'll be able to take advantage of, and that we'll be able to learn also. So that's what the culture part of today is about. Let's go ahead and get up out of here. Let's get it. All right, y'all. This is Hiram Talks. We talk about life, mental health, and culture. I appreciate y'all watching. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Just remember, we're all going through things. I talk about a lot of different mental health stuff on this channel, but just know that everybody in the world isn't a bad person. I understand being skeptical of things that's going on in this world. People let you down, but just know that if you feel like you're a good person, I know none of us are perfect, but understand that if you feel like, man, I'm a solid person, I'm a good person, that should give you hope to know that there's other good, solid people out here too. And we may just have to relearn and rewire things to make sure that we evolve in the best possible way. I'm always learning as well. I'm always growing. I'm always learning. All I do is just come on here and just teach y'all stuff that I've researched and I've learned. So I'm always learning. I'm always growing as well. So I take the things that I learn and I apply it to my life as well. All right. So I'm not a know-it-all. That's actually the key to this channel. The wisest man in the room knows he don't know nothing at all. So I just take what I don't know and I research it and I learn it and I explain it to you all, my family, in the best way possible, All right. So make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I have more content on the way. This is Hiram Talks. We talk about life, mental health, and culture, and I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.